Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar, picking up with what is hopefully the last episode of the Themarenn campaign. We just finished up with a war, so now we are getting a whole bunch of people joining a coalition against us, which is not very nice of them to do, but it's the price I pay for wanting to finish up the game a little bit quicker. Alright, we have this, we have that, and we'll eventually need to go grab this too. Just gotta remember where exactly I am. Okay, yeah. Yes. We are building state houses, forts, good. Let's get a few more galleons. They can sit right there. Everyone else can join up in Rylenar. They can protect trade in the Dame's Crown whenever they get done. Unlawful territory. Do I have unlawful territory? Who is the Emperor? Me. Sorry. It's been a minute since I have played. Let me expand the Marquis rank. Um, 50 opinion of us. Lex Vern, Necklace, Sugamber, Pearl's Edge, Order Aldreziet, Ibavar. Ibavar. Or is the Order Aldreziet still a thing? $50 opinion. What if I expanded the Empire on them? What does it look like? Spirit. Tech-wise, I am ahead of time. Okay. This already has it. Has one, already has one. Build one there. Get rid of some of the regimental camps. And get rid of that. Expand infrastructure. Alright. Yeah, Anbennar definitely needs a, or a, what's it called? Just to get High Asmar done. Area, commons. Okay, we're good. Alrighty. Sure. Who else? Gisden. Improve relations with you. You're my good friend. Coalition against Ashienda. Is anyone else in that coalition? Manufactories. Okay, and then we do that. And we can get more impressment offices. Do that anyways. Yeah. No one would do it. Sure. Let them have it. This is the one I want the most, because that's excellent. No, we want to get those out. These guys can get mothballed. I definitely want any scrap of gov capacity. Man. You know what? I'll give you that. That fixes my government for the most part. Morale recovery speed isn't great. I guess I'll go with Temple of Munis. Alright, what can I expand? Shit. I know I shouldn't do that. Actually, that didn't take me over. Actually, let me take those guys off. Mothball. Tech trade and Dame's Crown. Bingo Protector and the Dame's Crown. Origins of the Rivers. Okay, we gotta annex Silver Forge. Who do I have in Manara? Let me go back to, where is Esmiral? Alright. I'll be done in just 2 years. Tech trade. Go down there. Tech trade. Damn, they're really upset about that. Yep. They do like our gnomes. Marled, Wed. Tech trade. That. Control. 2. Are we at 22,000? Okay, yep. Like that. Creation is a slow process. Alright, King of the Rivers. In our efforts to become the uncontested rulers of the Riverlands, we have never looked away from our rightful crown, the city of Dame's Crown. In Esmeralda, the three great rivers of Esmeria join together and continue on towards the sea, crossing the Heartland borders on the way to Dame's Crown, and finally drain to Thea Crowns. Alas, what is a king without a crown? Our rule over the Riverlands must be unquestionable, and if that means toppling our greedy northern neighbors, then so be it. Through great challenges and pains, we have gained the right to crown our rulers the River Kings of Esmeria. From Sylvanar to Esmar Crown, House Theranen and their deeds are being sung by bards and wanderers alike, rightfully so. Never has the Esmar flown so peacefully from its origin to the estuary. Never has anyone seen this prosperous realm, where everybody can live a long life and see their children and grandchildren go to become men. And for them to hear stories of old, of the heroic river reavers of painful work, to construct a system of canals so magnificent even the proudest of gnomish engineers would look and admire. And may this reign yet last. For we have come far, but to bear the weight of Esmar's grace is a task eternal, and so may it be. Long live River King, long live Theranen, long live Esmeria. So... yeah. Grant Corp. Yeah, that's them. I'll get rid of the infantry. Everyone else can come over here. I'm missing 2 infantry. Right. And that's 8. And 15. Finally, something to do with my money. Alright. Then I need one over here as well. And yes, they can drill. Alright, what does that coalition look like? Really not too terrible. Alright, so all of these, minus that, will protect trade and the Dame's Crown. These guys just sit around. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. don't actually need more money. However, if that subsidized cold, I don't really need to add any more. Protected burials is fine. That gives them more influence than I would want. Magdalier. Why did I do that? That was a very silly thing of me to select. What was I doing? Yes, this. Improve relations like that. And then, what was I doing? Rebuilding mills. Yeah, that should probably get one. And then that. Alright, so I can bestow Imperial Grace, Influence Nation, and that will give me a net of 2 Imperial Authority. I really like that they've added the ability to get Imperial Authority from, what's it called? Oh yeah, we are allied with Khazregan. No, don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Did I not? Oh yeah. Get those. Okay. Yeah, everyone's voting for me because I am great. Enforce religious unity. Wesdam. I mean, we're the Emperor. It makes sense to marry into the Silmuna family. Oh well, that can be our ally. Vern. I do have improved relation with them. What if I influence you? And... Am I out? Yeah, I'm allied with Eberthiel. Do we have any rebellions? We do have some. But that does mean I can give out the electorate. How likely are they to convert? Not. Somewhat likely. You know, we were allied with Grotesque many years ago, I think. So it makes sense to give them one. And I can then grant another one to Arboron. How likely are they to convert? Fairly likely to flip to Coronite. Pearl's Edge already has one. Gisden already has one. Celiand, Moonhaven, X-West, South Viswall, Free City status can't be given to anyone. Blue Heart is, what if I influence you? And then I want to grant the electorate. Is X-West likely to convert? Yeah. I mean, I guess Arnon? Hey, Blue Heart. There's Free City status. So Minabor has one. By Shade, Blue Heart. Militarist. 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 Already won. Already won. Theocracies. Man, they really hate us. Protect trade, Ames Crown. Who here has trade these days? Dame's Crown. Dame's Crown is in the coalition. Oulier. Relations. Yeah. State Magical Thesis. Evocation is now renowned. Transfer, transfer, transfer. Yeah. Right. Now have 2 marine armies, which is great. Yep. Yeah, that's better. What great power number are we? Number 1? Pretty good. You know, I can jump into this army. Extra unit of Marines. Ooh, that's something I can do. And Force Religious Unity. And then need more free cities. that wouldn't work. What are you so upset about? Oh, forcing other people to be the correct religion. Trying to hold the empire together is proving to be a bit of a struggle. Yeah, it took too long to become emperor, now it's a little bit too late. No. At least I forced through one reform. It's extra imperial authority. Isan. I can work with that. Influence. Improve relations. And we do want another improved relations advisor. Will make my infantry fairly good. That is... what, 0.15? Yeah, that's pretty significant. That's what I get from that. Does that include? Check. Infantry fire. Yeah, that's an extra 0.15. Oh, alright. Alright, we're working on this whole heresy thing. It's taking a while, though. Wesdam is... yeah, probably not gonna do that. Istrilor fucking hates me. Free City... Rebellion State... Global trade! Hey, of course I get it. I'm so great. Stam Indlebury. Can't do that. Free cities. I'd just give Vern to neutral, that'd be really nice. Is that a member of my dynasty? Yes, it is. Right. Hypothetically, if I was to declare that war... Okay, that was the cannon tech. Get rid of the cavalry. Alright, where are we at? Combat with a 30. We'll let those get done with. Alright, the coalition collapses. Alright. They are willing to take that. Free city status. Alright. Then we'll throw another 2 regular infantry on there. Okay. Alright, so we want... Yep, 10 Marines right there. 10 Marines right there. It's 32,000. All right. This army is oversized right now because it still has the cavalry. This guy comes right here. Okay. Now, I can begin upgrading all of my trade infrastructure. Then we will go just with regular infantry for that one. It's already using a lot of Marines everywhere else. How much longer till the truce is over? So what I want to do is I want to declare war on Asciende. And that'll be a big war. But I should be able to get Arnon out of it just by telling them to not do that. Damn it. Alright. We will declare that war and just deal with the broken truce. And then we'll declare war on Asciende so we can grab those 3 provinces. Do I even care about... No, I don't care about Corvaria that much. Arnon. Okay. Here. Good there. Alright. Got that. I want you to break your alliance with Asciende. Then we will move these guys right here. There we are, and Ashfield. We want Ashfield, call in all of those guys. All the allies in the world weren't going to protect you from me. Advisor cost, improve relations, ship cost, institution cost, mil tech, admin tech. There was improve relations. Yeah. That's for the purpose of, what's it called? Aggressive expansion. these guys can head back to Anbennar. This is one of the marine armies. Yeah, sure. Right. They built no forts their entire nation besides the deep woods. It's pretty rough. Alright. Okay, yep. And then what? District right there as well. You ready to surrender, bud? Nope. Alright. Is there anything else I want to do? Yes, Minara. Yay! Back. They can head up to Dame's Crown. Take Militech there. They can drill on Anbennar. Where's my other army? Right here. Clergy. Alright. And now we can improve with outreach countries. Don't care about that. Imperial Diet. Armani Temple. That's 3. Yeah, I do that. Let's improve relations. These guys can drill. But then we switch these around. They can go there. They can go to Themarenn. They can go there. Alright, what can I do with all these points? Tasty, tasty, ultra high def provinces. Does anyone join a coalition? No. How much does it go down by per month? Fucking a lot, actually. Oh. Pink lady. And then we can do that. Alright. There we are. You know what? I'll build some for the colonies. Actually, let me check something. No, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. More like... Alright. Relations with my vassal, and we want a singular province. So it shouldn't be that bad. Evergarden. Okay, they're allied with Wesdam. If I want you to break your... No, they won't do that. Alright. Alright, Pearl's Edge is willing to join in. I should not have called them in, but that is okay. Yeah, these guys can come down south. X-West. Did they lose anything? Yeah, but I don't... Not particularly torn up about it. Okay, that... Ooh, no, I do want the Commandant. Alright. Yeah, at this point, we're already fighting Laurent. Probably just makes sense to siege him down. Alliance. Okay. This is not one of... Okay, that's a Marine army. Let me also go ahead. Spy network here. Okay. Release Royal Sword. We have claims on. Okay, I can feed that to you. Alright, Busalar. They're pretty close. There you go, Eberthiel. That is a little thank you for helping me out. Okay, that is gonna be amazing. We're gonna do so much damage with that. Okay, what else can we do? Illusion, invisibility. That's great. People who we can get out of this war. This rebellion state. Yeah, I can't force religion on them. Okay, this army needs to go down that way. Or we can go on Arboron itself. That was hit by a meteor, so... Alright. You know what? We'll actually do that. Necklace. Have they still somehow remained Regent Court? They have. Alright. And we'll do Arboron. Can't force religion on them. Go to that alliance, go to that alliance. Go to that alliance. And for Laurent, I want that, that, and that is that. Hand that over to Ulier. Is that the strip? Oh, we have to occupy it, yeah. Turncorms, release nation. Get released BPEC. Alright. Yeah, we can do that. Right. Got that. Down to Ruvenair. That. All right. Rent still is going to take a little bit for them to realize just how bad of a situation they're in. That's okay. Alright. with that, Pearl's Edge does not have any interest in those provinces. Okay, is that everything they have from the Empire? South of Isval. Okay. Okay, okay, they can go that way. Do I have another army? One, two, yes, one in Arboron that I forgot about. I can go ahead and pour those. And for Wex, I want that. I want you to get rid of that. More reps. Emotional support war reps. Alright. By the powers granted to us through the grace of the gods and our esteemed bloodline, and through connections we have established, and the blood that was shed for this noble cause, we have earned the right to once again call our realm what it was always meant to be, Esmeria. As the tides of fortune grace Theranen's shore once more, and by extension the Drossning dynasty, we have been offered another chance by the gods. This turn of events must be saved, etched into the memories of House Theranen. Glory, glory to our blessed house and to our homeland. Esmeria has now returned to the embrace of its true masters, the sons of Drosten. Gosh, about at this. All right. Alright, fire. Get rid of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Him. Alright. And they can protect trade in the Dame's Crown. Huzzah! Formalize internal divisions. So that would be... admin efficiency... Alright. Invite the representatives and embrace court division. Let's marry Imperial Circle. Is the Imperial Circuit, or... Calculate Artificery... No. Alright. Themarenn. Inspire. How many do we need? Probably a lot. 10. Actually, not nearly as many as I thought it was going to be. Gisden. Telgier. Conwell. Esmer Crown. Stalin. Rylanar. And Esmeralda. Land reform, guarantees, reform the government. Do we get unlock consolidate minor courts? Okay, so we need 10 Imperial authority to even be able to do that. Land reform. Alright. Take that off. Lex is really not that upset at us. Funny. Okay, one of you can stay here. The rest of you need to go. God, their fucking shitty-ass ruler died. Okay, we can cancel that access and cancel that access. Sure, they can take 4,000 men. B1 as well. Anbennar cost. No, I can't do that. That I can do though. You know what? I'm going to annex Themarenn. Should be done in like a month or two. Does anyone want to... They want to convert. I want to convert as well. Alright. Let's actually detach them, get rid of that one, get rid of that one. I can get a much better general right there. And this one get removed from... Can you sit there now? No. Okay, Kalkin Sandar. Sure, why not? Yeah, we'll go with the Nation of Mages. Yeah. Yeah, I can get one. Development here. 30 development. That. Seven mage towers going. hate you, Sally-Ann. Screwing up my perfectly good drilling. Nope, not that one. That one. Get built. Themarenn. What am I doing? Yes. No. 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 Really wish I could just, like, release a client state or something. That's what I would really like. Okay, that's getting built. It's getting built. Development. That's good. Mages towers for everyone. Okay. My absolute is a -20. Yikes. I don't need that anymore. Religious diplomats can go. Protected burials can go. 4-tier of adventurers can go. Okay. It's already done. No, that was my court mage. Needed that. Always have to die at the most inconvenient times. Nope, nope, nope. This one can go. Oh, sorry, it has a militarist. Who could I vassalize? Anyone interesting? Canala East, Bright Armani Temple. Crothan's a free city. Yeah, Crothan's a free city. And shall do Kalkasandar. You know what? I'm actually going to continue this campaign until we form the Empire. That'll be a little bit different. Let me look at the Imperial map mode. Okay, we are doing great. Let me see if I can get them in. Osrigan would never join. Is that really unlawful territory? Land reform, conduct nationwide survey, assimilation, propagation of state religion. Consolidate minor courts. Alright. Free relations. Free relations, they're fine. Relations here. Free relations here, they're good. They're good. Improved relations. And 50 positive opinion. Enchantment, enchanting embassy, recall. Through here. More than 20 pitches. 20 princes. Yeah, we can do that, no problem. They won't, they will. Money Temple. Okay, that can come off. Valiant State will not like us. Sprite will eventually. They will too. By shade. Okay, so then we can improve with by shade. Sprite. Bison's good. Honda Rock. Bilberry. Alright, recall them. Improve their... Rubenair is a part of the Empire. They're good. Elk March likes me. Harmony Temple likes me. They will not like me, they will not like me. You know what? I can influence them. Grant it. It's them. Then... Alright, so... Kenyan, good, one. Napes Bay. Agree with them. Okay, so good. I think we should be good. I want to go for a little bit longer. Brilliant State will always hate me. Blue Heart. I can do that. Taxes shall flow. Right. I believe, and now if Corvaria dies without an heir, I will end up as the ruler. Alright. Consort. And that... Would Istralor ever willingly convert? Yes. Alright. We've officially managed to kick the Core Knights out of the Empire. Go back to having an alliance with them. And then we can do this. And then nation. Damn, last damn so close. I might be able to do Wex. You know what? Let's just improve with neighboring countries. Alright, we are doing excellent with this whole correct religion stuff. Shades of Free City. We don't really have any heretic. Yeah. I mean, it's just the Free Cities left, and I really wish Free Cities didn't actually give you, or count against the, what's it called? Count as heretic princes, because they're not really princes, they're their own thing. Lost Woes. Sure. Yeah, we can actually do that. Go with Riala. What am I doing? Okay, I have X-West. I want a royal marriage with them. Where is the... There we are. All of these can come off. Does Armani Temple... Okay. Let's give one of my... Okay, yeah, they don't want to do that. Alright. Could expand the empire, but I want to do that. You have 31,000 men. Where are they getting the force limit for that? Where is it? Anbennar cost. Oh, yeah, I kind of suspected that. Ooh, Ayrden is formed as the Summer Court. Where's their capital? Murkother formed it. That's pretty interesting. Culturally, what are we looking like? Pretty standard. I mean, minus that. What do I do with all these points? I get right at council. Supremacy over the crown. Clerical Inward Council. Subsidized Cold Hunters. Free Enterprise. Patronage of the Arts. You gotta keep the land rights, unfortunately. I'll do that. Will we be the Emperor again? Almost certainly. Okay, yeah. Sons of Drosten, marching to the sounds of drums with their river blue uniforms glowing under the gentle as merry sunlight. The morning parade of the River Reavers is a sight to behold. Every day at 7 o'clock on the dot, the routine begins, with the captain of the guard organizing his marines into columns and leading the regiment out of the barracks towards the royal palace, at which point they are assigned to their posts. These men are not just any soldier, they are some of the most highly trained warriors in all of Canor. Hardened veterans of many conflicts, survivors of merciless tides, and bearers of the legacy of Drosten the River Reaver. Their reputation usually precedes them. Foreign strategists and tacticians refer to them as the Theronic River Marines, study their moves, and learn from their courage and bravery. Truly, what people rush to witness every morning are the sons of Drosten. Let me do something before I forget. And every morning at 6:30 sharp, the people of Themarenn pause to witness a spectacle that stirs their spirits, the River Marines making their solemn march through the city. With the first light of the dawn casting long shadows, they move with a rhythm that speaks of unity and purpose. Clad in their ceremonial uniforms, they wear light blue coats with striking red collars, epaulets, and cuffs. Their brass buttons gleam in the morning light, and their black boots echo on the cobblestones as they march. The sight of their distinctive red collars has become a symbol of pride for the citizens, reminding them of the bravery and tradition that the River Marines embody. Children watch with wide eyes, imagining themselves in their ranks one day, while the elders nod in respect, recalling the tales of valor that have been passed down through generations. These Marines are more than soldiers, they are the living embodiment of Theranenn's resilience and heroism. Their deeds in battle are the stuff of legends, from the fierce defense of Gab Morion against the combined Telgiri and Themarenn forces to the strategic victories on the plains of Rylanar. Each step they take is tribute to their fallen comrades and a promise to protect the realm. As they reach the Lake Palace and take their post, onlookers watch in awe. They are the true sons of Drosten River Reaver, worthy heirs to his legacy and a constant source of inspiration and pride for every citizen of Themarenn. Okay. So we get attrition, discipline, fire damage. Where is... Okay, so that's 5% discipline, 10% land fire damage, 20% land fire damage. Attrition, shock damage, regiment manpower usage. Shock damage received. Glory to Drostanen, glory to Themarenn. Alright. Triumph of the Anti-Infernal Coalition. Let's combat with 32. Two there. Two there. Yeah. And then do 2 here. And then they go there. Make sure we have extra regiments. Alright. Hello, Magisterium. Can I get a military access? Thank you. Okay, he might die soon. And then he needs a few more as well. Yep, Asmeria, back. Then back to drilling. Pressman offices. Eleven free cities. Yeah, we like Vern, so we'll just keep giving them money. Do I want to trade? I'm not really sure as married ideas are better than that. Sylvanar is getting one. Get rid of the regimental camp. I think I'd rather have the impressment office. What's their capital? Oh. Don't care about that as much. No, I get rid of that appliance. Diplomats. Development cost, construction cost. Sure. Okay, I can take that general. Yeah, reinforce wisdom. Welcome back. Praise Adian. Okay, I can get rid of that military access. And that military access. Gisden is an elector. Dame's Crown. That military access. Osrigan. I'll actually keep my alliance with. Berthil, X-West, Fern, Vertesk, Pearl's Edge, Gisden, Arnon, Corvuria. Nah, okay, why not? Alright. Great power-wise. Yeah, we're pretty significantly ahead of everyone. Of course, I do not have Helest, so... or the Forbidden Plains. How bad is Jadari? Actually, not bad at all. What the hell is happening here? Denizens of the Deep? Is that, like, the Goblin Tide or something? Right, what? Moonhaven. Yeah, I knew that. That one. This one, I'm more partial to. Right. Got an extra merchant. Transfer, 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 transfer. Probably should have done that one earlier. Okay, Spires of the Silver Moon. Ow, just start it so it doesn't show up. could become Defender of the Faith. That'd be funny. As a not particularly pious nation. Ilsard. Themarenn. What kind of infantry do we have? Ashen Thorn. Representative, Disparity Imperials. Imperial Court Orange. Imperial Court Purple. Imperial Court Black. Imperial Court Rainbow. Imperial Court White. Imperial Court Red. Yes. Purple. Blue. Sapphire. Blue. Yeah, there we are. Looks good to me. Imperial Court Green. Yellow. Yellow. Yeah. Silver. Love is to be redeemed. Proliferation of the musket. Is silver the trying to remember. That might be the Ascani Imperial Court. Either that or the Corvurian one. I cannot remember. Maybe it's supposed to be like the Evolved one. Alright. Alright, and equalize the College of Elector, making the 8th. By imperial decree and the will of the Parliament, a solution has been formed. Gnomes or Elenics or the Ascani, or even the half-orcs. So we've given one to the Elenics. We could give one back to BPEC. We already gave X-West one, though. Half-orcs. We represent, I guess, the dwarves now. I guess technically. That would be our claim to the Imperial Elector's seat. Okay, so we have the Dame's Crown, we have Magisterium, we have Sten, us, Arnon, Pearl's Edge. I mean, the obvious one would be either... I mean, we've already given one to... There's already two over here. I wish you could, like, go, hey, you want to join the Empire? I'll give you a seat as an elector to Corvuria, because that would be what I would like to do. So for right now, it's just going to go to Vern. Alright, and we can do Ryala, Marshal of the Empire, Istror, shock damage, Vern, damage from the back row, cavalry fire. Vern, I guess. Is there anyone interesting who I could vassalize? Ancardia? Sure. Great power actions. Influence the nation. No, don't care. Ipivar. No. Sagambra somehow has that. I suspect it was a core thing. Hey, Nathalier, you're not part of the Empire. Would you like to be? Enchantment, enchanting embassy. Alright. And we can... Economy action, send gift. Offer vassalization. They are part of the Empire now. I think we should, yeah. Really like to break that alliance and just make them a free city. Free Diplo policy. Pretty good to me. And what was I doing? Yes, passing this. Conscription, Parliament, Diplo support. Autonomy, conscription. Regiment, Crown lands. Crown lands. Abolished internal borders for 10 years. Alright. RG. Alright. That's half a year worth of Imperial authority. Cathedrals are kind of bad, but I don't really have anything else to do. Mostly a tax thing. Or, not a tax, a, conversion thing. Gotta accept the Moon Elves. No, don't do that. We're such a great emperor, everyone loves us. Do yearly absolutism. Autocracy, yeah. Flip over to a marquee. Still the #1 GP. Diplomat. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Build one in Nathalier. Yep, I'll let Evivar have a seat. Oh no, there goes a statesman. I just hired him. Siege special, sure. Getting so much land for the crown, everything going great. God damn it. Grombar. How's Grombar doing? Not great. Rail Skulker. Longtime rivals. Oh, I guess they have multiple provinces somewhere. Then can I break my vassalage over them? Because I really would like to not have them as a vassal, so I can make them an imperial city, or free city. I think I am going to go ahead and pause the recording and come back every time I have, done Imperial Reform. Alright, I'm now doing this. The Empire of Anbennar on paper is a unified entity that acts in lockstep with each other. In practice, they are dozens of squabbling princes that all petition the Emperor over the most minute internal conflicts, whether it be political or trade. This detracts the Emperor from focusing on more pressing and external threats and situations. One elector suggests the Emperor allow for the establishment of imperial embassies amongst the princes. This would delegate the power to diplomatically handle their disputes amongst each other and free the imperial court to deal with outside powers more efficiently. Oh, it says there's 22-4. On this day, the Empire of Anbennar adopts its first fully written constitution, drafted by a small imperial army's worth of lawyers and Crothani scholars. Much of the groundwork had been laid well before this day, overseen by the leading reformist nobles. Every article had been carefully drafted to respect the legal norms and traditions of every part of the empire, to formalize and harmonize the many feudal laws and oaths underpinning the obligations of the many princes, and to adequately define, delegate, and balance the rights and powers of every single prince alongside the institution of the imperial court. The document does not purport to create new laws, but rather enshrine the present unwritten system of the empire and its principles into a single text. Every article has been agreed to before it ever received the signature of the emperor and the electors. This day, the monumentous occasion has not been met with fanfare or rebellion, and will chiefly be remembered as a single dreaded paragraph in the history books of students in the distant future. But make no mistake, on this day, as a matter of law, the constituent realms of the Empire of Anbennar become irrevocably bound together, a monumentous step on the road towards complete unity. The day this unity will be finally realized is not far off now. I can wait a little bit. Should I do any of these? Alright, I'll decide off camera. Alright. I've done one of the debates. The Emperor has enforced the latest issue passed within the Imperial Parliament, aimed to reform the medieval rules of governance within the realm, drafted carefully by some of Crothan's and Conwell's finest scholars. The new addendum declares many out-of-practice laws obsolete and replaces them with new, more modern code appealing to both the aristocrats and commoners alike. Alright. And back to off camera. Alright, I am back to do the next reform. The Imperial Diet can be a frustrating institution to Imperial nobility. It can propose, it can suggest, it can give an opinion, but it has no real legal power. To the mages, this is a welcome status quo, but even to the Emperor, it is a dead end for any real noble initiative. Should the Parliament be anointed with real legal power, the Emperor could rally unified nobility to confront any domestic or legal issues, regardless of any opinion of the mages. Alright, continuing on. Alright. With your wisdom, make me an unshakable shield, a shining sword, an abominable fortress, protecting and being guided by the dream of Anbennar, oath of the Order Aldrezia. Alright. Offensive ideas. Sure. War. The Empire of Anbennar is threatened, surrounded by hostile plots and scheming enemies. Our dream of peace, so hard fought yet hardly secure, and the unity of the many peoples of under the dove's wings will never be accepted by our enemies. They would gladly see us once more divided into a petty patchwork of squabbling, bickering fools. No longer. Our Emperor has declared an imperial realm war against an enemy nation. The threat to the realm must be driven back, and we will impose the mage's peace upon them. Alright. Gonna go back to pausing the recording. Alright, we are about to take... actually, we're gonna wait a little while. Let me just take a save. Make sure that this doesn't go wrong. To live in the Empire today is to be Anbenarian first, mage, noble, merchant, or soldier second. The old labels still matter, but they no longer define us. What once fractured our society has become core to our unity. The long trials we endured have not erased our differences, but have woven them into a single resilient identity. Loyalty is no longer owed only to a house, a guild, or a creed. It is owed to something greater, the Empire itself. In every province and every quarter, a new voice rises. Not as many voices in discord, but as one resolute Anbenarian. For Anbennar is, at the end of all things, eternal. We are now in a position to reap the benefits of our efforts. The Empire now effectively operates as one state, interconnected and prosperous. Now is the time to decide what the future holds for our realm. But no matter the choice today, the reality never changes. Our head at Anbennar. Anbennar is eternal. Alright, so that does do what I thought it did. So we are instead going to wait until we get more Imperial authority. And I will come back then. I guess I can do whatever. Oh, no requests. No, don't want to do that. Sure. 14 Devontair. Alright, I'll be back when something interesting happens, or I take the reform. Alright, I have nearly 100. There's 3 nations that will not be joining us, unfortunately. Can I do anything to... Might be able to get them to stay at least. Try doing that. Does that make them... Yeah. Alright. Towards unification. Unfortunately, the two that left are two of the ones I wanted to keep the most. But that's just the way it is. Yeah. Don't think there was any way to get them in. 'Cause I had basically the maximum amount of what's it called? Diplomatic relations, so... I should probably hand out... grant the electorates to Gamber... Wasdam... Alright. Genius on a boat. What do we do in the shadows? Alright, I'm paused it again, and I will come back when we are uniting the Empire. Alright, I am ready to unify the Empire. In the year 1678, the most serene Empress Rihanna I, heir to the Demirian Republic, Castanor, and the Phoenix Empire, chosen regent of the Divine, has again convened the states of the Empire of Anbennar. The Diet has agreed to a motion to unite the disparate states of the Empire into a nation-state and recrown the Empress as its hereditary monarch. Huzzah. Half elephant. We are fine just as we are. Alright. Well, we can grab ourselves aristocratic court. Really wish Anbennar had a unique tier 1 governor form. That would probably make a lot of sense. Alright. So, this is Anbennar. We also get not permaclaims, but claims down south. Ironically, the Rebellion State was actually one of the nations that was willing to come with us, which is funny. Yeah. Alright, what is... We obviously cannot hope to ever core that much. That gets us to something closer to force capacity. Sure. And then get rid of them. Alright, and then we can claim economic hegemon. And we can... Oh, no, not those armies. We also now get Anbennarian ideas. Alright, I just want to see what... what our fleet looks like, mostly. Alright. They can go right there, they can go right there. There. Here. Okay, so let us see what the ledger looks like. Army, force limit. Actually, not the most. Although they have Army of the Dead, so that doesn't count. And additionally, that is the Army Qualden, 124, really solid. Pretty good suitability. Not spectacular morale. Great professionalism, whatever tradition. Alright. 1,500 total. If I bothered setting up my trade, that would shoot up an unfathomable amount. And we can't actually do that. Let's just do yes man. Alright. And then we can move our capital like that. And instead we want to collect from trade using that one. And then we want to transfer there. Transfer here. Transfer here. Transfer here. Alright, what does the economy look like now? Yes, even bigger. Ah, that's so beautiful. We actually do have majority as or a plurality, I guess. And then does that only count full cores? I full core that. I'll full core everything and just see what that looks like. Alright, I have everything cored. Now let's check out the ledger. Yeah, that's much more what I was expecting. Still the most populous, but yeah. And then it's East Demirians. I'm missing a few West Demirian provinces, but what's the average dev of my country? Let me do that math real quick. 8722 divided by 47. And we have 35 average development, which is certainly a fascinating number. Alright, what does the economy chart look like now? Yep. Oh, I guess, at some point the Center of Reformation over here died. Yeah, anything else interesting? Khazragan is ruled by half-orcs. Or, they were. I think they had one of them must have died. Oh yeah, I started doing necromancy towards the end. So that was cool. And then we can go look around everywhere else. Religion-wise, yeah, nothing interesting besides Regent Court Total Victory and Rebellion being basically confined to just the Trolls Bay. Culture-wise, also nothing super interesting. Oh, maybe there's more Chindeans than usual. Not sure about that. That might just be where they start. ResinCon had a mediocre game. Did they? Okay, yeah, they did lose a bunch of provinces. I guess the Kaino Confederation's a little bit unique. Kadoyasha formed, which is always cool. And no more Kedists, besides a few Akahedists and a few near Kedists. And Arga Ordstum, not weird either. Goblins. I need to check what Denizens of the Deep modifier is. And over in Iskan, tons of Castellarians. Might actually be more Castellarians here than... Oh, it's close. What elves have been conquered for the most part? Overall, one of the best Regent Court games. I only had something to do with that towards the end, but... Yeah. Alright, that'll be it. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.